Alright, so what is up, guys? Neo here, and today we're diving deep into something that feels like it's shifting the tech landscape right under our feet. We've been talking about AI for a while now. Chatbots, image generators, the usual suspects. But what's happening right now is a whole different level. We're moving from AI as a tool to AI as an agent, an autonomous entity that can take on complex tasks from start to finish. The AI agent war just got personal. Codex is now writing real code. Claude's becoming fully autonomous, and Google's search is getting a brain upgrade. Let's break it down. We're talking about AI that doesn't just suggest or assist, but actually. So in this video, we're going to look at 4 major players. OpenAI's Codex Agent, Manus AI from China, Anthropic's Claude 3.8 Sonnet, and Google's Gemini AI Mode in search. We'll explore what they do, how they do it, and what it means for all of us. Stick around because this is some seriously cool stuff. Alright, first up, let's talk about OpenAI's Codex Agent. Now, we've seen ChatGPT dabble in code generation before, right? You could ask it for snippets, maybe a simple function. But this new Codex Agent, which is now officially released inside ChatGPT, is a whole different beast. OpenAI is making it very clear, this is no gimmick. This isn't just about generating some boilerplate or helping you find a bug. We're talking about an AI that's designed to perform like a full-stack developer. The core of this is a fine-tuned model they're calling Codex 1, and its purpose is to execute real, tangible software development tasks. Think about the entire development lifecycle. It's not just writing lines of code in isolation. It's about understanding the bigger picture, debugging issues as they arise, running tests to ensure stability, and even committing those changes to a GitHub repository, complete with commit messages. One of the most impressive aspects is how it interacts with the tools a developer uses every single day. We're talking about direct interaction with environments like VS Code, version control systems like Git, the command line terminal for execution, and even sifting through documentation to understand APIs or libraries. This real-time interaction is crucial because it means Codex isn't operating in a vacuum. It's working within the actual development workflow. Imagine this scenario. You have an idea for a web application. You could verbally describe to ChatGPT, powered by this Codex agent, that you need a React front-end. Then you could specify that it needs to connect to a Python backend, perhaps using Django or Flask. The agent could then proceed to scaffold out the project, write the necessary code for both the front-end and back-end components, and establish the communication between them. And it doesn't stop at just generating the initial code. The Codex agent is designed to understand project structure, which is critical for any non-trivial application. It can manage and resolve dependencies, ensuring that all the different parts of your software play nicely together. It can even write unit tests to verify that the code it produces actually works as intended. This fundamentally shifts the paradigm from AI as a software co-pilot to AI as a software agent. The human role might shift more towards architectural decisions, high-level planning, and final review, while the agent handles a significant portion of the hands-on coding and operational tasks. For solo developers, this could be an incredible force multiplier, allowing them to build more complex applications faster than ever before. For startups, this could mean accelerating their development cycles, getting products to market quicker, and iterating based on user feedback with unprecedented speed. Even at the enterprise level, the potential for automation is massive. The Codex agent could handle the heavy lifting of translating old code bases or generating standardized components across large teams. This isn't just about speed. It's also about consistency and freeing up human engineers for more strategic work. So, OpenAI's Codex agent is setting a new baseline for what AI can achieve in the realm of software development. It's definitely one to watch closely as it matures and becomes more widely adopted. Alright, so while OpenAI is making serious waves in the coding world with Codex, there's another fascinating development happening over in China, this time in the realm of visual design. I'm talking about Manus AI. This isn't just another image generator trying to compete with Midjourney or DALL-E on artistic prompts. Manus AI is positioning itself as an intelligent multi-agent system that functions more like a complete design team. The core idea behind Manus AI is that design creation, especially for practical applications like UI UX, isn't just about generating a pretty picture from a text prompt. It requires structured reasoning, planning, and an understanding of design principles. So instead of a single monolithic model, Manus AI divides the work among specialized agents. This multi-agent approach is key to its unique capabilities and the complexity of tasks it can handle. They typically describe a structure involving a few key agent roles. There's a planner agent, which takes the initial design brief or app idea and breaks it down into a coherent strategy. Then, there's a designer agent, which takes that plan and starts to conceptualize the visual elements, layouts, and components. Finally, an executor agent takes these designs and renders them into tangible outputs. It's a workflow that mimics a human design process, and the outputs we're talking about here go far beyond just generative art. Manus AI is geared towards producing practical design assets, UI mockups for apps and websites, complex infographics that visualize data, professional-looking logos, and even 3D layouts for products or spaces. This focus on functional design is what sets it apart from many other generative AI tools that are more focused on artistic expression. So, how does this differ from something like Midjourney or DALL-E in practice? Well, with Manus AI, you could describe your app idea, say, a fitness tracking app. The system wouldn't just give you a single image of a phone screen. It could potentially plan out the key screens, login, dashboard, workout log, design the individual UI components, buttons, charts, navigation bars, and then render these into a cohesive set of mockups, all from a high-level concept. This has huge implications for UI UX designers. Instead of spending hours meticulously crafting every element from scratch or iterating on wireframes, they could use Manus AI as a powerful assistant to handle the initial ideation, layout generation, and even component design. The human designer then steps in to refine, customize, and add that crucial human touch and strategic oversight. It could massively speed up the early stages of design. This is what allows it to move beyond artistic generation into the realm of functional, practical design outputs for real-world applications. Chapter 3. Claude 3.8, Sonnet: The Rise of the Agentic LLM. Now, Anthropic is definitely not a company to sit on the sidelines while the AI agent revolution unfolds. They've been making serious strides with their Claude models, and the next big thing on their horizon is reportedly a monumental update. Claude 3.8 Sonnet, which is being touted as having fully agentic capabilities. This is a big deal because it signals a shift in how we'll interact with large language models. So what does fully agentic capabilities actually mean in the context of an LLM like Claude? It means the AI is designed to act with intent. You don't just ask it a question and get an answer. Instead, you can assign it a complex goal, and Claude will then autonomously break that goal down into a series of manageable subtasks. It will then work through each of these subtasks, making decisions and taking actions along the way. A crucial component of this agentic behavior is memory and state management. For an AI to truly act autonomously on multi-step tasks, it needs to remember what it has already done, what it has learned, and how previous actions impact future ones. Claude 3.8 Sonnet is expected to have significantly improved memory optimization, allowing it to maintain context and coherence across much longer and more complex interactions or projects. This isn't just about answering questions anymore. As we've come to expect from LLMs, imagine you need to write a detailed grant proposal. With an agentic Claude, you could assign it this task. It might then generate an outline, identify key sections, fetch relevant data or research papers, if given access to tools, draft the content for each section, and then compile it all into a formatted document for your review. All of this, potentially without you needing to babysit each individual step. The dynamic reasoning capabilities are also a core part of this. An agentic Claude wouldn't just follow a rigid script. It would be able to assess the situation, pick the appropriate tools or strategies from a given set, and even decide on the best content format for the output. For instance, if it's summarizing research, it might choose to present findings as a bulleted list. If it's generating a report, it might opt for a more structured, narrative format. Essentially, Claude 3.8 Sonnet aims to become a planner, an executor, and an evaluator, all rolled into one. It plans the steps needed to achieve a goal, executes those steps, potentially by calling other tools or generating content, and then evaluates the results to ensure they meet the initial requirements, possibly iterating if necessary. This closed-loop process is what defines true agentic behavior. The key difference between this and current static LLMs lies in its ability to handle dynamic problem-solving and long-term planning. A static LLM typically responds to one prompt at a time, with limited memory of the broader context. An agentic LLM, like the promised Claude 3.8 Sonnet, is designed to manage an entire project or goal over an extended period, adapting its approach as new information becomes available or as subtasks are completed. Chapter 4. Google Gemini AI Mode in Search Your Research Super Assistant. And finally, let's turn our attention to Google, a titan that's obviously not going to be left out of this AI agent evolution. Their big play in this space, at least for now, is the Gemini-powered AI mode in search. This isn't just about making search results slightly better, it's about fundamentally transforming Google Search into a conversational, intelligent assistant that truly understands what you're trying to achieve. The core idea here is to make search feel less like typing keywords into a box, and more like having a conversation with an expert who can synthesize information for you. Powered by their advanced Gemini models, this AI mode brings a much deeper contextual understanding to your queries. It's not just matching keywords, it's trying to grasp the intent behind your search, even if it's complex or multifaceted. One of the standout features is its ability to handle multi-turn conversations, much like you experience with ChatGPT or other advanced chatbots. You can ask an initial question, then ask follow-up questions that build on the previous context. And Google Search in this AI mode will maintain that context and provide increasingly refined and relevant information. This makes the research process much more natural and intuitive. But it's not just about conversation. It's about the richness of the output. Instead of just a list of blue links, the Gemini-powered AI mode can offer comprehensive summaries, pull in relevant images and videos, highlight key data points, and even suggest intelligent follow-up questions or related topics you might want to explore. It's like having a research assistant curating the web for you in real time. Imagine you're planning a complex trip. Let's say you ask Google, plan a 2-week backpacking trip through Southeast Asia on a budget of $2,000. In AI mode, Google wouldn't just give you a bunch of travel blogs. It could potentially reply with a day-by-day suggested itinerary, links to budget-friendly accommodation and transport options, estimated cost breakdowns for each leg of the journey, and even local recommendations for food and activities, all presented interactively. The key here is that you wouldn't necessarily need to open 10 different tabs and manually piece all that information together. The AI mode aims to do a lot of that synthesis for you, compiling the best and most relevant information from across the web into a coherent and actionable response. This could save an enormous amount of time and effort for all sorts of research tasks. This new search experience also promises to have built-in personalization. As you interact with it more, it can learn your preferences, your areas of interest, and the types of information you typically find most useful. This allows it to tailor its responses and suggestions more effectively over time, making it an even more powerful personal research tool. The dynamic follow-up capability is also crucial, guiding you through complex topics. Essentially, this transforms Google Search from a passive search engine that points you to information into an active, live research tool that helps you understand and utilize that information. For students, this could be a game changer. Researching topics for essays or projects could become significantly faster and more comprehensive, with the AI helping to connect dots and uncover relevant sources. Professionals, too, stand to benefit greatly. Imagine needing to compile a market research report or gather information on a new industry trend. Instead of spending hours sifting through countless articles and websites, you could use the AI mode to quickly get an overview, identify key players, and find relevant data points, all within the search interface. So, as you can see, things are moving incredibly fast in the world of AI. We are entering the AI agent era, where AI isn't just helping us, it's doing things for us. Codex is coding, Claude is planning, Manus is designing, and Gemini is searching smarter than ever. Each of these developments, from OpenAI's developer agent to Manus AI's design team, Anthropic's agentic LLM, and Google's supercharged search, points towards a future where autonomous AI systems take on increasingly complex and complete tasks. This isn't just about incremental improvements anymore. It's a fundamental shift. The implications are massive, touching everything from how software is built to how creative visual work is done, how projects are managed, and even how we access and process information. It's exciting, A little bit daunting perhaps, but undeniably transformative. The common thread is AI moving from a passive tool to an active, reasoning and executing agent. Which AI agent impressed you most? Are we looking at the end of traditional tools as we know them? Or is this the beginning of a new kind of human-AI collaboration? I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Drop your thoughts below, like this video if you want more breakdowns like this, and subscribe so you don't miss the next AI evolution update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Love exploring the world of technology and AI? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NeoTech-Lens for more insightful and exciting content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest tech and AI innovations. Your support fuels our journey into the future of technology.